finishing up here in their final green of the day to start the tournament. We've seen one group come in, and I'm not sure if that was the first group or not, but we know there's one in. And
well, if that's the case, if that's only the first group, just checking pace of play, that's 5 hours and 15 minutes. National championship playing in foursomes. That's what you're going to get. So
yeah, it's going to be a long day for a lot of these golfers.
First group, though, 5 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Should have had a chance to, with Justina, ask about pace of play rules when I had her there earlier, how they plan to enforce that. So players would be given, actually, I reviewed it last night in preparation for the coverage. Players would have been given a sheet to look at with regard to pace of play rules. So they'd be well aware of what's expected of them in that regard.
And,
that's the one time where I can say, Darcy, you may have missed the conversation with Justine. We talked about how rules officials are there to help the player. Well, in that case, they're there to be sort of the bad guy, to say, it's time to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
So, guy better move the flag here. He might find himself in trouble.
So group finishing up on 18. We have some groups finished. I think we'll be joined by
one of our participants here for sure.
Momentarily. Here's day one continues to roll on at Fox Meadow. Back here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Darcy Cudmore with you here. Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching from. As the rounds here in the first day start to wrap up. Joined by Evan Littlefield. Evan from Niagara College here, and just finished your round. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Evan, you shot an even 72 in your first day.
Yes.
Tell the people at home about the round here at Fox Meadow.
You know what? It was up and down. It's a grind out there. It's tough. It's windy, up and down hills. The greens are really, really fast. I mean, it's a matter of who can just be in control on the greens, who can keep their emotions in check, and you just got to battle it out. It's 3 rounds of golf. Just stick with it all the way.
Now, as the day progressed, it felt like it got warmer, of course, but the wind maybe got a little worse and then a little better. Right off the bat, was that wind something in the back of your mind that you had to tend with all day?
Well, you know what? We knew it was going to be windy today, and we knew it was going to play tough. It was just nice that it actually warmed up out there for us. It actually got really warm out there. And, I mean, you know, if you know it's going to be windy, you just got to accept it and go hit the shot.
Now, Evan, when did you guys arrive on PEI from Niagara?
We got here Monday afternoon, and we were lucky enough to play a practice round Monday night and then another one on Tuesday.
And we were just talking about this, Robbie and my co-host here, how important the 2 practice rounds in. You get the one to get your feet wet with the course, and then another round, you know what to expect, to go in, try a few things, and before the tournament started. How was the course different today and your round from those practice rounds?
Well, you know what? The practice rounds are great, and the more you can have, the more it's only going to help, right? And especially out here on the greens. Like today, the greens were quicker, and I mean, pins were in tougher places, right? But just being able to play those 2 extra rounds and being able to get a feel for the greens and the lines off the tee, I mean, it's a huge advantage.
And thoughts on Fox Meadow Golf Course as a whole?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, not a single thing wrong with it out here. Greens are beautiful, views are beautiful, the course is in great shape.
And now you're at even 72 today. How happy are you with that score for your first round here?
You know what? Obviously, it's not a bad score. I'm pretty happy with the way I battled back. I got off to a pretty poor start. I was 3 over early, and then I managed to shoot 3 under on the back 9 and get it back to even. So I'm happy about that.
So, Evan, you said you were 3 over early. What holes did you run into right off the bat?
You know what? I had a couple quick 3-putts early, like right off the first hole. You know, I think some nerves might have been in there. The hands are getting a little jittery, but a couple quick 3-putts early on the first few. And then after that, once I kind of calmed down and got into the zone, you know, you feel a little bit more comfortable out there. I guess you get a feel for things. You know, it's tournament golf. You're always going to have jitters on the first few holes. And I mean, you just got to accept it and go from there.
Obviously, you're able to battle back a little bit, ending with an even 72. A few holes you had some good shots on today?
Good shots and, you know what, good putts, which is funny because putting was what kind of hurt me on the front 9. But on the back 9, I kind of put a couple good strokes on it, managed to roll in about 3 15-footers for birdie, and got my way back to even par, which I'm pretty happy with.
And the rest of the tournament, expectations for yourself, for your team, you know, obviously competition-wise, but also personal, and being able to golf here in this huge competitive atmosphere at Fox Meadow.
Yeah, it's very competitive, and I mean, for myself, if I can just go out there for 3 rounds of golf and be happy at the end of the day, you know, feel like I really gave it everything I had, put all my effort in all the shots, that's the main thing to me. Score doesn't really matter too much. Obviously, if you want to put a score to it, under par is always great, but yeah.
And this your first year or second year with Niagara?
It's my 4th year.
Your
with
4th year at Niagara?
Yeah, I just graduated last year from the PGM program, and now I will be going. I'm doing international business for 1 year, and then I'll be out the door.
You'll be all done. And your first trip to a national championship this year, is it?
No, it's my 3rd time.
Your 3rd time,
yes.
And how did you place in the other ones?
Last year, I can't remember what I finished. I think I was around 12th overall individually, and our team, we kind of blew up on the last couple holes to finish 2nd. So, a little redemption this year, hopefully.
PEI, it's a beautiful place. I'm lucky enough to be from here. A lot of people coming in, talking to coaches and players already today and talking about how wonderful this province is. Obviously, the nice weather helps. Anything you'd like to do here in PEI while you're here? I know the schedule's pretty tight.
It's pretty tight. I mean, we were thinking today, since we had the early round, we might go for a drive around the island, check out the sights. It's so beautiful. I've never been out here before. I can't believe how beautiful it is. I mean, it's pretty cool just to be able to be out at PEI.
And it's a great province for golf. And I keep telling people here, a lot of people haven't traveled to PEI before, hopefully will in the future, as this is just one course on the island. Beautiful golf courses. So anyway, Evan, now we'll go back to the action. We thank you for joining.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Good luck in the rest of the tournament, and maybe catch up with you later this week.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
All right, Evan Littlefield joining me. Niagara College shoots an even 72 today, and he's done for the day here at 153. Not a bad thing. First day. Be done early. Get rested up for that next round, and hopefully hear from Evan in the next couple days here as the tournament continues to roll on here at Fox Meadow Golf Course. If you are listening, we really appreciate it. We're doing our best to give you the coverage of Fox Meadow Golf Course that we can, and if you can connect with us on social media, we'd love to hear from you. If you're looking to hear from a certain player even, let us know. We can try and grab them as they come into the clubhouse. As groups are starting to roll in there, Evan Littlefield joining me just seconds ago from Niagara College, shooting an even 72. Pretty happy with that. Robbie Junker joining me again. A first round 72. You can't be upset about that.
Couldn't write it up any better. Like I said, he's again one more additional round to get familiar with the golf course. The round's going to put him right in contention. It's going to set himself up well for the next 2 days, that's for sure. The last thing at this point, you don't want to shoot 77, 78, 79 because that pretty much seals your fate for maybe the overall championship.
Right.
But he's got himself right exactly where he needs to be. They don't hand out any hardware after the first round. So
yeah, and I'll tell you, Evan Littlefield +3 after the first 6 holes, battled back with an even 72.
Yeah.
So that's a good round for him. He's got to be happy with that.
Shows a lot of good merit there. The +3. I think we saw his score earlier in the day, and after those 3 bogeys, very easy to get yourself bent out of shape when it comes to what's in store for the rest of the round. Going to try and get some more updated scores here, just as we're.
I'll also just note Evan, a veteran. This is his 3rd national championship, for sure, 4th year playing collegiate golf. So, and that will come into play for a lot. He's been here before. He's been on that first tee of the first day of a national championships, where a lot of other guys have not. But we'll see as the scores continue to roll in. That's just the first golfer we've talked to. Evan Littlefield, even 72 from Niagara College. So. They were actually the second group out this morning at 8:40 from the 10th tee. So he was joined by Fraser Valley golfer and a Georgian College golfer. Even 72 for Evan Littlefield.
Yeah, he may look at the score sheet and see himself tied for 14th right now, but 2 shots better gets him tied for 3rd. He's got to keep that in mind.
It's a tight race right now, and things will open up a little bit, but they'll also tighten near that top. So.
Yeah. We'll start to see some Holland College Hurricane golfers finishing up here pretty soon, I think. Fourth group, I think they turned off.
Actually,
5th?
Let me check the group number 6, actually.
6, okay. So this is the 3rd group here on the
Spencer Compton.
On the 18th hole. Spencer,
who we talked about earlier, is in that 6th group. They teed off at 9:20. Things got underway 8:30.
Spencer currently 1 over through 15, so we'll look forward to seeing how he finishes up.
And we'd love to get these guys in here, and we got 3 Hurricanes, 6, 7, 8 group. We got Bradley Jenkins in that 7th group, 8th group, Peter Fernet.
Right.
So we'll look forward to getting them on the air here and ask them how the round goes, as well as other golfers.
Sure, yeah. We're going to have lots of visitors here over the next 2 or 3 hours of our coverage here. Just looking at Spencer's scorecard here, Spencer Compton from the Holland College Hurricanes, double bogey on number 7. Shortest golf hole out here.
I'm sure he'll say
downwind
something
too.
about that. Yeah.
Downwind too. We'll have to ask him what happened.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll
lots
be
of things
talking
can
about
happen
that.
there. Could be spin, could be spin, could be a number of different factors. Going to be joined very shortly by Holland Davis. Holland is a member of the Fraser Valley golf team. He's just getting his headset on here and getting set up. Nice putt there, then that person's round. So we're joined in studio by Holland Davis. Holland, how you doing?
We're doing good today.
Good, good. How was your round?
It wasn't too bad.
+1, I see on the scorecard.
Yeah, it was a struggle out there, but I'll take the number.
That's good. Have you enjoyed your stay so far here on PEI and more specifically at Fox Meadow?
It's been great so far.
Good.
It's definitely Fox Meadow is a great golf course. A lot of wind, a lot of different conditions. I think throughout the practice rounds and today's round, every single day has been a different style of golf.
Well, we've heard that actually. Yeah, we've heard today's sort of the more of definitely the stiffest wins I think that you guys have had through your practice rounds. Were you lucky enough to get 2 practice rounds in or 1?
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to get 2.
Good. So +1. I think I saw was it 3 early bogeys on your card, or then you kind of fought back with a few birdies to keep it keep within touch of the leaders.
Exactly. Made a good birdie on 16. That one really helped.
We talked about 16 earlier. 16's a hole where playing in or kind of into the wind, maybe a crosswind today a little bit, right to left.
It was into the wind off the tee shot,
Yeah.
and then it was like a crosswind on the second shot.
Yeah, that hole kind of you drive up to the top of a hill, and then you'll hit your second shot a little bit, turn to the left a little bit, and probably a good 50-foot drop down to the next down to the green there on that one. So did you get your drive over the hill, or were you to the top of the hill, or?
I was actually right on the hill.
Right on the hill, on
Yeah.
the downslope. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
hit a good second shot to 5 feet, made the putt.
Big green, one of the bigger greens on the course. Where was the pin there today?
It's kind of back rightish.
Back right, so it gave you some room there to run the ball up or fly it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And how's your other teammates been doing out there? Have you seen or talked to any of them? Some of them would have finished by now, I think.
I was talking to our coach, and he said that we're playing great. I know the guy behind me, Connor Odell. When I was talking to Chris, our coach,
Connor was under par. I
yeah,
remember seeing him on the leaderboard. Yeah.
It sounded like he was killing it. He was telling me he was hitting the ball great, so
Good.
I'm excited to see where he finished
Good.
at.
So tell me about the differences between the practice round and today's round. Obviously things are probably a little bit more lighter in the practice round, a few extra shots here or there. But with regard to how the course played, what was the biggest difference?
Biggest difference was the wind and the greens.
Right.
I felt the first couple days of the practice round they were a touch slower. Not saying they were slow, but just slower than they were today.
Right. And we talked earlier in the day. We saw everybody warming up on the range, coming to the first and 10th tees and teeing off. And nice, it's one thing for me to tell the viewer, but it's nice to hear from the player, what goes on in the player's mind from the time they arrive to the time they hit that first tee shot.
The thoughts from the practice round really get to my mind.
Right? So when you're
And-
warming up, are you playing specific shots that you may find face on the course, or?
I was trying to find confidence in where
Right.
I was lacking
Okay.
during the practice rounds.
Good.
So, that, for example, I was missing 5-footers in the practice round.
So that's what you're going to go work on, right?
And today those were good.
Good. And the first tee. Are you one of these guys that first tee jitters? Yes, no, maybe, afraid to admit it?
I always say that. I don't feel nervous, but then I did not hit a great tee shot today, so
Right,
it had to
right.
have been from somewhere because
Yeah.
the rest of the tee shots were great.
Yeah, I always said if you're not nervous, something's wrong.
Exactly.
You're at a national championship here. So. Well, that's great, Helen. Thanks for dropping up, and maybe we'll check in with you later in the week.
All right, thanks for having us.
Okay. Okay, back out to 18. It looks like the third shot here. Probably about 70 yards, maybe. A little closer than that, I guess. More like maybe 40. Not a bad play. Right underneath the hole. Should have a pretty straight putt, actually. Maybe a little bit of an influence from the right, but... all in all, as I look at the leaderboard, I really feel the scores are pretty darn good. We'll see a lot of scores, +2 and under. We're looking at 34 scores, +2 or better. So that really says a lot about the caliber of play out there. That's on the men's side. Check over to the ladies' side here. See how everyone's... Becky Martin still leading the way through 12 even par. So Becky's having herself a nice solid day. 3-way tie at +1 after that. Top Hurricane, Carly McKuen, +5. Carly's hanging in there today. Currently tied for 8th. Actually 8th by herself. Team play right now. Men's team play. Holland College was leading the way the last time we checked. Seen a definite change at the top here. Niagara College now even par. Holland College was leading at -3. They're now +3, tied for 5th. So obviously some of the team members running into a little bit of difficulty there. I've seen this bunker shot a few times on 18. Key is to really get some spin on it. In order to get the spin, you're gonna have to risk getting the ball or club really close to the ball here, but there's not a lot of green to work with, so see how this player does. Nice tempo on that bunker shot. Look at that. That's really about the best you could hope for. It really slopes away on that portion of the green. So he was just really playing it safe, you know. Get it past the hole, get your 2 putts, and move on. Back in studio here, visiting with another competitor, Connor Odell from Fraser Valley. Connor, welcome to the studio.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, Connor. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
So Connor from Fraser Valley, you've been here since you guys flew in early Monday, late Sunday?
We actually flew in, let me think about it. We actually flew in Saturday.
Saturday, good. So
yeah, we flew in late Saturday night, and then we played Sunday, and we played Monday and Tuesday.
So you've had 3 practice rounds.
We
good.
did, yes.
We've had people that have 3 practice rounds. Some people have had 1 practice round, so it's nice to get here early. The weekend, I'm sure, afforded you to get here, to get out a little bit early. So what's your impressions been of the golf course so far?
I love it. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy the golf course. It's very playable. It's fun. It's fair. It's
some of the comments from earlier. You know, tee to green, it's all right in front of you. The greens is where it gets interesting.
It's true. Yeah. Oh, totally. The course is not overly difficult off the tee.
Right.
And the shots into the greens are generous. They're quite big.
They are big.
But there's a lot of places on the greens that you don't want to be. Yep.
Well, that's the thing. Bigger isn't always better. I know the first hole. If you remember the first hole, there's a knoll there on the left side, and if they happen to use a front left pin, you're going to find yourself in some spots where 2 putts not an option.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a few other areas out here you could go over as well. Just checking some scores here, Connor. Tell us about your round. You started at number 1.
Yep, started on number 1.
And where were your birdies and bogeys today?
I had 3 birdies, 1 bogey.
Okay.
I birdied number.
Relatively solid.
Yeah, very solid.
Good.
Yeah, it was really consistent. I hit a bunch of greens. I think I may have only missed 1 or 2 greens.
Okay.
So it was pretty much, I would hit it in play. I would knock it on the green and 2-putt from 25 feet. That's the thing with the course. It is tough to make birdie putts.
Right. It's tough to make putts out here. Like you have to be really in tune with matching up your line. And I always said as well, it's easier to putt on these greens if you're directly below or directly above. It's when you get side to side that
absolutely.
How much break do you play? How much speed? You know, you get that 5-footer that breaks 3 inches. Well, do you want to take 2 inches out of it and ram in the back of the hole? Well,
exactly.
You could have 6 feet coming back or more.
Yeah, you start putting very defensively.
You do. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Is until you really get that comfort.
Yep. Because as much as you want to make the birdie putt, the last thing you want to do is blow it by 6-7 feet, which is very easy to do out there.
Right. And where was your lone bogey today?
My lone bogey was on number. Sorry, I got to think about it.
Yeah, no,
I've only played the course a few times. 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
Yep.
Okay. And what happened there? Airing off the tee or?
No, I hit a perfect tee shot. I was staring down a gap wedge, and to be honest, it was just howling downwind, and I thought that I could get away with hitting it full, and clearly I couldn't because I airmailed the green, and I put myself in a very difficult spot.
So 3 under at the time, made your lone bogey. Was there any opportunities coming in?
Yeah, there was.
Hit that magical number.
Yeah, there was a couple. And
18
it was just
par 5, obviously.
Well, yeah. To be honest, I every time I pulled out my driver today, it was all over the map. So I left my driver in my bag for most of the time. And 18 was another moment where I looked at my driver and really, really wanted to hit it, but I just I didn't.
Right is pretty dead there on that hole.
It is. Yeah.
Trust me, I know that area well.
Yep. And I was grooving the block slice on the front 9, so
I wasn't
about to pull out the driver.
Okay. So tell us about what you're going to do now between now and your game tomorrow. You're going to be on the later part of the draw, so a little bit more time to sleep in, I presume.
That'll be nice. Yep.
And are you guys planning on doing any? I know time is tight, and you guys have a pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty strict agenda here with regard to your visit. So just hopefully you guys will get out to maybe do a little bit of sightseeing with some of your mates.
I would really like that. I'm sure we'll have a chance. We got to walk through downtown Charlottetown a little bit, which was quite enjoyable, and the place is beautiful.
Right. And this your first time to PEI?
It is. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Well. Listen, Connor, really wish you well the last 2 days.
Thank
you. Hopefully you'll still find yourself on the top part of the leaderboard. Maybe we'll be speaking later.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for dropping by.
Thanks.
So we're looking at some of the female competitors on the 9th green. They'll be finishing up their rounds, and we'll hope to get a word with a few of the female gals as well. See a lot of debris on the green here, so that's definitely becomes a factor with regard to keeping your line clear. Last thing you want is your ball to hit an acorn 6 feet off the putter head and knocks it 3 feet to the right. She's left herself a little bit of work here, but straight up the hill, so hopefully won't cause too much of a problem for her. Ooh, top side there. Still pretty windy out. Just took a look at my perch here. These flags on the driving range are pretty stiff at the moment. Checking scores there before we had our visit from Connors there, and I failed to get to the women's team competition. So we'll just check that briefly here. On the women's side, Georgian College leading the way, +6. 4-shot lead over Champlain. Medicine Hat, +12. Holland College in there, tied for 5th by themselves right now, +18. So, although you hear +6 to +18, that's really not as big a margin as it may sound. You know, on paper it may be 12 shots, but that's really only 3 shots per player. So that can be made up relatively quickly. We saw that on the men's side with Holland College. They went from -3 to +3 pretty quick, and consequently they lost about 5 spots on the overall leaderboard. I'm told shortly that we're going to be joined by our men's leader, Josiah Dixon. Scorecard shows Josiah at -5 through 15, but I believe Josiah has finished his round and he's probably just signing his card and getting settled. So we're going to have him up in the studio here pretty soon. So it'd be great to hear how his round went. Didn't get off to a great start. Bogeyed the first hole. Cleaned it up with a couple of eagles and a couple of birdies after that. So shouldn't be much of this putt here. Okay, nice job. So they're done of their day. They'll go in, sign some paperwork, and try and assess where they're at after round 1 and what they have to do to moving over to 18. Pretty soon we'll be seeing some of the host Holland College Hurricanes finishing up in 18, so I look forward to that. Here will be on the speedier side, coming down off a bit of a rise there. Ball should break up left to right. You can see it taking the break here now. And as you can see, he's left himself some work. Greens are very slick. I'm sure he'd be, well, nothing more than just walk up and tap that in, but you know, sometimes in the 18th hole, you know, you want to make your lunch taste a little better with a birdie. Not quite. Not enough gas. One thing I've found about these greens on this golf course is putting downhill, the putts always seem to be faster than you think, and putting uphill, they always seem to be slower than you think, no matter what the green speeds are. So a little bit of an optical illusion, I think. Going to be joined by our leader here, Josiah Dixon, in a minute. He's just getting settled in with a headset and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, Josiah Dixon, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
So, I guess it goes without saying, how's your round today? I think you're probably pretty pleased with it. Josiah shot 67 today. Bogey free on the last 17. However, the first hole...
I missed a 2-foot tap in for par.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
We saw as your round progressed, we saw bogey in the first hole, and we were saying, okay, well, obviously brought it back with 2 eagles after that, which was nice, and pretty steady play though overall. Obviously a 2-foot putt. You'd love to have that back, but I'm sure you're pretty pleased with the 17 that followed after.
Yeah, came out pretty well. Wasn't the best ball striking round I've ever had, but obviously 2 eagles helps, and you know, with the wind the way it is, take whatever you can get.
Yeah, so 3 and 6 would have been downwind today. Tell us about those holes. Obviously, probably the highlights.
Yeah. I didn't hit a great drive on 3, but I whacked it up kind of in the left fringe. I think I had like 35 feet. And just a slinger that I was just trying to lag down close, and it had basically the perfect weight and just dropped in the edge of the hole. So that was a bonus.
It's funny you mentioned that. As we talked about on the greens there, with the speeds of the green, with the wind, you know, obviously matching weight and line are key today. You're going to see a lot of putts that are made, they'll obviously, a lot of them would be dying in the hole. So that just sounds like a great example of just trying to get out of there with your 2-putt and walking away with a bonus. So that's good. And number 6, dogleg right, par 5.
Yeah, no, I hit a good drive there that just rolled through the fairway into the rough and
took the corner a little bit, challenged some of the corner.
Yeah, I took the corner. Had a horrendous lie in the rough, but put it on the green. And kind of, again, just one of like those downhill sliders. I was just trying to get close to the hole and happened to just dribble down and catch the edge and drop in. So.
Well, it's funny. I find that green one of the more friendlier greens with regard to approach shots. So things kind of bounce into it a little bit. And you found yourself above the hole, did you?
Yeah. Above the hole, basically pin high above it.
Right. So you've been in town now how many days? You guys have been in on the weekend?
Yeah, we got here Monday.
Monday, okay.
Yeah.
So you had 1 or 2 practice rounds?
Yeah, 2 practice rounds. Nice. Played Monday, played yesterday.
Nice. So tell me some of the differences you found on the golf course today versus maybe the practice rounds. I understand it seems to be playing a little differently, a little more wind, I think.
Yeah, I'd say the wind is pretty much what did it. You could tell it was a little bit damper out there this morning after the rain
overnight.
Night.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
Didn't change it up a whole lot. The greens were probably just a tad slower for like the first 6-7 holes, but then they sped up and it dried out. So.
Well, the wind, with having this wind today, it'll obviously dry them out quite a bit. Newer golf course, sand-based greens, everything's going to drain quite well. So, how's your year been so far? Where have you played? What did you do in the summer?
It's been a decent year. I played in the Ontario Amateur. I came 19th there. Had one bad round, unfortunately, and 12th in the Toronto Star, which was the week after.
Tough competition, I imagine, Ontario Amateur.
Yeah.
I imagine the 18 guys that had played ahead of you or finished ahead of you are probably down in the States, probably schooled down there, many of them are there.
A bunch of them, yeah. I think it was Maxwell Sayer who won it, and I remember like a couple weeks before that, I think I'd seen him on TV playing the NCAA. So, pretty good competition.
Well, now he's watching you on TV. So. Yeah. So, what about competitions within your own region with regard to collegiate play?
We had played a couple college invitationals and did okay there. We got rained out at one of our other ones, which was unfortunate. It always kind of sucks to miss a tournament like that. But
well, there's a lot of times the schedules are so limited. Like school's only been in for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And you only have so many opportunities to actually get some events in. So to lose one obviously is critical.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, Josiah, what do you do between now and tomorrow? You're going to have a little bit of a later tee time. You played early today. Are you one of these types of guys that like to go out and maybe work, like you mentioned earlier, how you didn't feel it was your best ball striking game? Is this something you may want to go out and work on now, or is it more maybe towards the early part of the day tomorrow before you play?
I'll go and hit a few balls after I eat, probably.
Nice.
The girl on our team still got to come in, Laurel, so we'll have a little bit of time. I'll go hit some balls there. It wasn't like a terrible ball striking day, just not one of the best.
Right.
Probably more because of the wind than anything, but I won't worry about it because just the way golf is.
67 leader in the clubhouse.
And it got around, so.
The thing is that we've said, day one's a day that you can't win it today. We're not handing out any trophies today, but tomorrow and the next day are the days that you want to really keep your focus and you want to make sure that you continue this good play. So we'll be looking forward to watching you play the next 2 days, and we'd love to have you back up and see how progress goes over Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Thanks.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So that's our leader in the clubhouse, and he's going to head out and work on his game here a little bit. We're going to welcome Darcy back into the fold here on her set. Looking at number 18 here. Some groups getting ready to hit some approach shots. So these people get ready to hit their third shots on here. Probably about 85 yards. Not a bad play. Past the hole. Leave him with probably an 8 or 10 footer for his birdie. Nice angle here on this shot. You can see he has a nice approach in there to about 4 feet. A lot better angle. There's a bit of a brow that brushes out from that bunker there. That makes it difficult to get it really close. But with that angle, not much of a problem.
Back here in the clubhouse as we see Hurricane Bradley Jenkins with his shot on 18 here at the 2016 CCAA Golf National Championships here. We're joined here in the clubhouse by Emily Tindle of Georgian College. Welcome to the program, Emily.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Just into the finishing up your round. You finished at 76.
Yes.
How did day one go for you here in the tournament?
Oh, it went very well for me today. I had 2 fantastic birdies. The wind conditions were absolutely insane. It was a lot of thinking out on the golf course.
Now, did you guys got here? I think I was talking to the coach of the men's team earlier. You guys had some delays getting here, I understand.
Yeah. We had a canceled flight, so we weren't sure if we were going to come here for the practice round or not. So it was a little bit of a stressful situation at the airport, but we managed to get here on time.
Got here again, joined by Emily Tindle, 76 today. Difference between the course from yesterday to today?
Definitely the greens are rolling faster. They're rolling faster, and the windy conditions definitely made you think a little bit more. Also, the temperature was a bit warmer than yesterday, so the ball was flying a little bit farther as well.
And your thoughts on Fox Meadow overall? You've played it now twice.
Yeah.
And how do you like the course?
Oh, I love the course. It's beautiful. There's a lot of open areas, and it's very, very picturesque.
Difficulties on the course? Any certain hole you had trouble with that comes to mind, or anything you enjoyed with the course?
Not a whole lot that I found too difficult. Just a couple spots where you just kind of had to think about where you wanted to place your drive, like on hole number 6 and the 7th hole as well, about club selection.
So 76 today, like you said. How happy were you with your play today here in this first round?
Oh, I was ecstatic. It was my best round of the collegiate season since the beginning of September, and I've just been I was just really happy that everything came together today.
A great time to have your best round of the season.
Yes.
And your plans for the rest of the tournament, things you'd like to improve on, and where you think you could finish. 76 the rest of the tournament would be pretty good, but what do you think?
I'm definitely aiming for top 5, but I really want the team to do really, really well. So that's the main thing, is the team atmosphere, and we have a great bond with our team. So.
How many? Is this your first national championship you've been at?
No, this is actually my third national championship.
National championships, and this will be what year for you at Georgian?
My second year at Georgian.
Second year Georgian.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on the program. Anything on PEI you look forward to do? It's a tight schedule, I know, for you guys. You're here sun up till sundown, it seems. But
yep.
Anything you'd like to do on PEI?
Just kind of walk around downtown and see what the little town has to offer, and just kind of, just enjoy it.
Nice. Yeah, well, we're pretty close to downtown. Just over the bridge is downtown Charlottetown. It's pretty beautiful, and I encourage the golfers to take it in this week, especially if the weather stays like this. But Emily Tindle from Georgian College, shooting a 76 here in her first round. Look forward to talking to her the rest of the week, and I hope your tournament goes well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so taking a look at the 18th green here as things start to wind up. We've had some groups in. We've now talked to a number of golfers. Emily, our first female golfer to join us. We appreciate having her in the studio. She shot a 76, Georgian College. So things starting to wind up here as we see another group on 18. Here at Fox Meadow Golf Course in the clubhouse. This is 2016 PING CCAA National Golf Championships, and welcome here to the clubhouse, Fox Meadow. Darcy Cudmore with you. Happy to be with you this week. Joined here by the first Holland Hurricanes golfer finished of the week, and for finish today, Spencer Compton. Thank you for joining us, Spencer.
Thank you.
Spencer, you had a 77 today. Can you take us through your day and what you were happy with, what you weren't happy with?
I got off to a bit of a rough start. I was a couple over, but I grinded it out and made some birdies, but coming in, I made a couple doubles, so shoot 77.
You had a little bit of trouble on 7, I believe. Did you?
Yeah.
What happened there for you?
I just missed in the wrong spot, and that'll do it to you around here. And I 3-putted too, so made a double there.
You're obviously familiar with Fox Meadow. I think we were talking. I think you're the grandnephew of Simon. Is that correct? So the original owner of Fox Meadow. So a huge connection for you. So you obviously know the course pretty well. What do you think that has to benefit, someone like yourself from someone who has come in from away, who doesn't know the course as well?
You just know every little detail about the course. You know where to miss, and especially around the greens here. You want to miss below the hole, so it gives you a big advantage, especially to the other competitors.
Right. The green's running pretty fast here today. Also, what was the wind like out there? It had to be a factor, especially 110, 918.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Club selection was a real challenge today.
And now, Spencer, were you happy with that 77 today?
Not overly. I would have liked to end my round a lot better, but it was tough out there today, so we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Now tomorrow, you got any expectations, to go out and improve on any certain thing for tomorrow?
I'd just like to make smarter decisions, really. I swung the club well today, but I just made some mental errors and didn't make the proper decision on some shots.
Now tell the people watching at home, joined by Hurricane Spencer Compton, 77 today. Tell them about your collegiate golf experience so far.
This is my first year with Holland College, and I really like my collegiate golf experience so far, and we get to host nationals, so that's really cool, and I'm really enjoying it.
And your season? How did your season go for you and the team? Obviously, ACAA champions again for the men Hurricanes, but individually, how was the season for you?
We had 8-round qualifying, and I had some good rounds, and I had some not so good rounds, and then we went to Fredericton for a couple events, and I didn't play. I played pretty good there, and then we came here for the Atlantics, and we won that as a team, and I had a good day and a bad day, so that's just golf.
That is golf. Now, plans for tomorrow, we'll see where you end up. Will you come out here and hit a few balls before you head out, or, or just kind of hit the course?
I'll probably get warmed up, hit a few balls, do some putting for sure before I head out.
Okay. Spencer Compton joining us here. He's the first Holland Hurricane through the doors here in the clubhouse. Shot a 77. He's in Group 6 for the day. Spencer, thank you for joining us, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
More golfers to come here as they start filtering in. We'll have them join us here in the clubhouse. As the day is slowly coming to wrapping up. Things move pretty quickly. We're now 2:30, and we've had a few golfers join us here. Back here in the clubhouse as things continue to roll on for the PING 2016 CCAA National Championships here, Fox Meadow, Stratford, PE. I'm Darcy Cudmore. Happy to be with you here for the broadcast. Joined by Hannah Durksen. Thank you for joining us, Hannah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
From the University of Fraser Valley, the UFV Cascades. And Hannah shot a first round 77, +5. Were you happy with your day, Hannah?
Yeah, I was scrambling throughout the day, so I was pretty happy with that. I wish I could have been a bit lower, but conditions did get a bit tougher in the afternoon with the wind, so yeah, I'm happy with it.
How did the wind factor into to your round?
There were just some holes. Like overall, we're playing a longer yardage than we're used to, so yeah, just some holes played a lot longer than we wanted. Like I had to have a hybrid in, and I was so much more comfortable like in the practice rounds with an iron, so it's just different changes and you're not really comfortable. You're like, oh, is this the right shot? Is it not? So.
And with the wind changes it quite a bit, especially it was pretty drastic at some points today. You obviously had 2 practice rounds, was it, so far this week?
3 actually.
3?
We got here, we got to play Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So.
Wow, so that's a great great advantage for you guys. I know Georgian College had some troubles getting here. They just put in 1, but the difference between those practice rounds and then hitting the course today?
We were actually pretty lucky because each day conditions were different. So the wind changed in the 3 days, and we played at kind of different times. So, I was really lucky that we got to play those 3 rounds because we have 3 different looks at the course, and that's kind of how it's going to be playing these next 3 days. So, yeah, we're really lucky with that.
Now, can you tell the people at home about your collegiate golf experience, what year you're in, and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm in my 3rd year at University of the Fraser Valley in British Columbia. I've been playing for 3 years. Last year I was the Pac West champion, so I got to win the conference, and this year our team actually won it, and I came 2nd, so it's been a good season so far.
Wow, congratulations. That's a lot of fun here in Charlottetown, and your overall thoughts on the event and the course so far?
I'm really enjoying it. It's beautiful. I've never been east, so it's really cool to be able to golf on the East Coast, and yeah, I really love it. It's beautiful.
Any certain hole or that you won or enjoyed, or maybe not enjoyed here at Fox Meadow? You've played it 4 times now. Anything that sticks out to you?
I really like hole 7, par 3. Practice round, the first day I actually came like 3 inches. I almost holed it, so I enjoy that one, the island green, so it's lots of fun.
7's nice, the shortest hole on the golf course as well, which is nice. So, and your expectations for the rest of the tournament? 77 today. Expectations for yourself as well as your team?
Just go out and do our best. Stay positive, and just go. I'm just going out and playing a round of golf. I'm not putting any pressure on me. I just want to go and have fun. So
well, I know that you guys your schedule is pretty packed, but if you do have time, enjoy PEI. It's beautiful. You're very close to the downtown area of Charlottetown. And is there anything that you've heard about PEI that you'd like to take in while you're here?
I heard Cow's ice cream is pretty good.
Cow's ice cream.
So I want to go there and maybe check out Anna Green Gables.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of stuff to enjoy here in PEI. A small province, but a great spot as we see some groups hit the green on 18. Hannah Durksen, we appreciate you joining us. +5 today, 77 from the University of Fraser Valley, and we appreciate you joining us and look forward to hearing from you in the next coming days.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. So the members, the groups starting to roll in here to 18 and joining us here in the clubhouse. We appreciate the golfers coming up and talking to us as they finish their rounds. Thank you. As we view 18 and the groups finishing up there, you see a member of the Holland Hurricanes on the green, the men's group. So groups rolling in here, and we're going to look to get them in here. If you're listening here, online to our broadcast, I'm Darcy Cudmore, first of all, and we appreciate you listening. We'd love for you to tweet us. It's the CCAA Twitter, as well as Holland Hurricanes, HC_Hurricanes, and let us know that you're listening here. I'm going to step out for a minute. We got my co-host, Robbie Junker. He's going to come in. I'm going to be joined by another Holland Hurricanes golfer momentarily, so stick with us here a few minutes as things wrap up for day 1 here at Fox Meadow Golf Course.
Okay, we're back here in studio, joined by the first member of the Holland College Ladies Hurricanes to finish, Jayen Holmes to hang. Jayen, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So Jayen, for viewers at home, Jayen's a 3-year veteran of the Holland College Hurricanes and taking part in her 3rd national CCAA. So, maybe the first question is compare playing at home versus playing in I think you were in Quebec one year, and I'm not sure where you were last year.
We were in BC last year.
BC last year. Okay, so what's the difference between playing at home and playing on the road?
It definitely has a different aspect to it, being the home team and home course advantage.
Right.
We definitely have the local knowledge, which I did use on a few holes today.
Yeah.
But I think having the other girls playing at home also is a big advantage for them as well.
Right. Obviously, home course advantage is nice to have. You know your way around. You know where the washrooms are. You know where the first tee is. You know where to get range balls. That's obviously helpful as well, I would think. And so tell us about how your year has been leading up to the Nationals. You've played some events, I'm sure.
I've played a few events, starting with our 8-round qualifier.
Right.
It was pretty well laid out who was going to be the team and everyone else.
Right. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I believe there's three ladies that participate on the college team. There's no more than 3 though, is there?
There's 3 that participate, and we take the best 2 scores.
Right. Yes, for this event here. Right. The events leading up to this, I believe your team just consisted of 3 as well. Right.
3,
the local
the
events.
2 best for team.
Right. So for those of you at home, you may not know, Jayen is part of the golf management program at Holland College. So Jayen, tell us about, for the viewers may not know, but you're from Ontario. You found your way to PEI. So tell us about your experiences at the golf program, why you chose to come here. Obviously, Jayen's a multi-sport athlete as well. Jayen's an accomplished curler as well. We want to make sure we get that in for all the curling fans at home. So tell us about your decision to come to PEI. Was it an easy decision? Was it a hard decision?
I had it narrowed down to be between either a school out in BC or here. I wanted to be away from home. I didn't want to be within driving distance, I guess you could say that.
Yeah. But you drive back to and from, though.
I do. But Albert Roach, the athletic director here, definitely made it a lot easier in my decision making coming here. It felt like I was already family before I was actually accepted.
Yeah. Well, now Albert has that way about him, and I think everybody at PEI we always have that welcoming, the welcoming features, I guess, that Islanders are known for. So with regard to your 3 years here at the school, that's the athletic side of things. You've been involved in the golf program as well. You're going to graduate this year from the professional golf management program, and where do you see the future going after this?
My future going after graduation is to UPEI to finish my business degree.
Good. So you'll be here for another year. Great.
Yep.
Great. Well, Jayen, we'll be looking forward to seeing you over the next couple of days and seeing how you progress through the tournament and your team as well. So I think the last time I checked, your team was in 5th out of 10. So the last 2 years, your team has finished where?
I believe 6th and 7th.
6th and 7th. So okay. Well, we're hoping that that things will improve for the team even beyond 5th place. So
yes, we look forward to playing.
Well, thanks, Jayen, for dropping by, and we'll talk to you later in the week. Just press up. Okay, so we're...
365 days ago, we knew very little. We had a course, a championship layout designed to test the best collegiate players in Canada. And we had a host, a group of individuals committed to providing the best championship experience to its competitors. A lot has changed over the past 365 days. We now have a field. We found out who has come roaring out of the West. We found out who has taken flight out of Ontario and Quebec. And who has joined the Hurricanes from the East Coast. The next week of competition will not be easy. Players will have to conquer Vikings, Lions, and Hawks. They'll have to withstand Knights and Hurricanes, and maybe even a Fox or two. Whether it's your first national championship or your last, we welcome you to enjoy the beauty that Prince Edward Island has to offer. Welcome to the 2016 PING CCAA National Golf Championships. And may the best teams win. We're here in the clubhouse of the Fox Meadow Golf Course as the golfers start to roll in here on the first day of 2016 CCAA Golf Championships. I'm joined here by Solomon Kopali. I think I said that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for joining us, Solomon, from St. Lawrence in Quebec City. Solomon, how did day one go for you out there?
Well, a rough day. Although it was fun. The course is nice. Pretty tough conditions, but still, you know, it was a challenge that was nice to fight against, I can say.
What gave you difficulties out there today? Obviously, the wind would have had to be a factor.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you hit off slopes and the ball gets more airtime, so the wind gets even harder to handle. And yeah, that was one factor that was really hard to manage. So pretty much it.
Yeah. What about the greens? How do you find the greens here?
Oh, they're really pure, I can say. The speed is good, consistent. I like him very well. Yep.
Now, Solomon, when did you arrive here? How many practice rounds did you get in here at Fox?
I got 2. Yeah. So we arrived here Monday.
Yep. So. And differences between the practice rounds and obviously today. Yeah.
Well, the 2 first practice rounds we played, it didn't really wind that much. You know, it was cold, which I expected, but it wasn't windy at all, or, you know, like 5-10 kilometers of wind. Now, today it was like, what, 30-40?
Yeah. It was.
So that's a pretty big difference.
The sun's shining, though, which helped keep the temperature up. It was about 18 degrees most parts of the day. Solomon, here after day one, can you tell the people at home about your history of golf with the CCAA and playing collegiate golf?
Well, it's my first year in CGIP, so it's my first CCAA tournament. It's my first CCAA national event. I find it pretty well organized, actually. It's not like, not to diminish what Golf Quebec is, but you know, it's really nice. You know, we got food like every other hole. It's live scoring. We got shirts, you know, that's very nice for us.
So you're enjoying your time so far here in Charlottetown? And PEI, I should say. And your expectations for the rest of the tournament? You said obviously a little bit disappointed with your score today, but moving forward in days 2 and 3, your expectations and the changes that you need to make?
Well, of course, as a team, every time we go to a tournament, we want to win. But, you know, it's the end of the season, so we'll just try our best, and personally I'll do the same. Try to get a few rounds good, and we'll see how it goes.
And can you tell the people at home about the season for your team and how you placed in your conference?
well, season was okay. I mean, a couple of rough rounds for everyone in the team. We had to do a little management of who was coming, who was going out of the team. So yeah, season was just not really good, not really bad, just in between. We got here, so main objective accomplished.
Yep.
But still, not really satisfied, not disappointed. It's all right.
Well, joined by Solomon Kopali, he is with St. Lawrence College, is it, in Quebec City. A little disappointed with his round today. What is something you find difficult here at Fox Meadow? Something that you got into trouble today with?
Well, as I mentioned, the wind, but if you're more talking about the course.
The course, yeah.
The fescue.
The fescue?
Yeah, once you get off the fairway, it's really hard to get a shot at the green. Most of the time, if you find your ball, you're going to need to chip out of it. And that's different from many courses where you can just, take just maybe one more club and then get to the green because you're in the rough, but that's not the case here.
That's very true, and I think a lot of the golfers here, especially not familiar with the course, would say the same thing. Joined by Solomon Kopali from St. Lawrence College. Solomon, anything that you hope to take in while you're here on PEI? Anything that you'd like to do? You're obviously pretty tight schedule.
Yeah.
But anything that you'd like to do while you're here on the island?
Well, obviously take a couple of pictures near the La Pont de la Confédération,
Confederation Center, or the
the bridge.
Oh, the Confederation Bridge, of
yeah,
course.
That's right.
Yes, of course. Yes, that's important. Yeah, that's obviously a big draw.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Spend some time near the water. Just chill around.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good plan. We hope, as you say, a little disappointed. We hope you have some better rounds Thursday and Friday, and maybe catch up with you later this week. We appreciate you joining us on the program, Solomon.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, man. All right, some of the golfers making their way into the clubhouse. Solomon Kopali from St. Lawrence College joining me here, and we'll take a look at the 18th, the 9th green, as things start to wind down here in day one. So a women's group on the green at hole 9. We expect finishing up here as day one rolls along. The CCAA Golf Nationals in Charlottetown. I should say Stratford, just over the bridge from Charlottetown. And a beautiful course here at Fox Meadow. I'm lucky enough to be from Charlottetown, from PEI, be close enough to this course, played it numerous times, and it is really a great course. And I think these golfers this week will enjoy the course. It's a nice course to play. It can be difficult at times, especially as many have said on the green. And today, obviously, that added difficulty of the wind blowing fairly heavily, as we see drain a putt on the 9th green, and that group will move on. So great day of golf to start things off here for the 2016 Golf Nationals. Hurricanes, Daria Liedenius finishing up on 9. So some groups starting obviously on 10 and rolling from there. And now a group on 18 as well. Been able to be joined by a number of golfers here in the clubhouse, talk about the round, talk about the wind. I think that's Tyson Gavin, a Holland Hurricane golfer, and he has a great approach shot onto the 18th green, setting himself up for a nice to say 10-foot putt, if that. As he finishes up today, you can hear that wind howling now. It was windy all day, especially about midday around noon. It was very windy. It seemed to die down a bit, but now it seems like it's maybe picked back up a bit. As it's fairly windy by the looks of it. We're cozied up here in the top floor of the Fox Meadow Clubhouse here in Stratford. right by a nice fireplace. We're quite comfortable, but these golfers out there, pretty windy. But temperature-wise, for October, I mean, we're October 19th here today. Pretty good weather, pretty warm, about 18, 19 degrees most of the day. So you got to be happy with that. He's not happy with that shot, though, I should say, as he gets a little too much dirt, and that one ends up, about 10 feet short of the green. So I'm not going to be happy with that, especially as these golfers come to the end of their day. You want to end strong after day one. You got 2 more days, and a shot like that on 18 could stick with you overnight, which is not what you want. But a lot of golfers coming in happy with their round. It's day one, as me and Robbie have said a few times. You're not going to win the tournament here on day one. You can lose the tournament, but other than that, you're not going to win the tournament. Go out and have a solid round. Talked to Evan Littlefield. He was the first golfer into the clubhouse that we were able to talk to from Niagara College with an even 72. It's a great spot to be for Evan. You're through day one. Hit some good shots. He hit some bad shots. He was +3 at one point in the front 9, battled back to get to even, and a pretty good spot to be after the first day of golf for the CCAA Golf Championships. And as he makes a nice shot there onto the green, so things get finishing up. On 18, a lot of golfers already through the gates here in the clubhouse, and a lot more on their way. Here in the clubhouse, the beautiful Fox Meadow Golf Course, in our nice cozy booth here, joined by Peter Fernet, member of the Holland Hurricanes golf team. Thank you for joining me, Peter.
Thank you for having me, Darcy.
We'll start with just how your round went today. You shot a 2 over 74 to start the tournament, and how happy are you with that?
Yeah, it was a pretty good round. It was a battle all day because I had started rough start 2 over through 2 there, and I was just head was underwater there and just kept battling back and fought first. 2 over 74. I was pretty pleased. I knew it's a team event and you have to have the guys in your back. Can't give up no matter what.
So obviously huge home course advantage for the Hurricanes in a number of ways. You're an employee here at Fox Meadow Golf Course. The advantage for you guys to know the course, whereas the other teams that are coming in.
Yeah, it was a huge advantage. I noticed it early there too because it was a south wind and that's the tough wind here. And I noticed it on hole 4 there were all my 3 playing partners clubbed up and they went long, and I went up and I was 15 feet short left of the pin, looking good, looking birdie, and I was like, this is when big advantage for home course, and I was pretty pleased with that.
Obviously, had a few practice rounds in here this week at Fox Meadow. How did the conditions change from the last couple days to today?
Oh, the conditions changed big time. Like, it was gorgeous, sunny, no wind, no nothing. I'm amazed that some of the guys ahead of us are adapting well because it's some tough conditions out there. The wind's blowing hard, and it's a big club difference.
a lot of something that most of these golfers coming from away have mentioned has been the speed of the greens. Has this been something that is also affected you, or has it been something that you've come to expect?
No, I've expected it big time. 'Cause it's been like this all summer, and I went out there and I had one of my first putts was downhill, and I hit it perfect, and I was like, "This is like, let's go, ready to go." It was a good advantage, and all they're like, "How'd you leave that short?" And I was like, "Just playing all summer."
Any holes that gave you trouble out there today?
No holes that gave me trouble. It was all the highest number was a bogey, but if anything, if there's a hole I could change, I'd go back to 13 and re-hit that wedge shot and hit it to a foot and make birdie next time.
Now tell the people at home watching, joined by Peter Fernet here, member of the Holland Hurricanes team, about your collegiate career so far. How long have you played on the Hurricanes, and then the season that has just passed before this?
Well, this is my second year on the men's golf. I'm also a member of the was a member of the men's volleyball team too. So I've been in the collegiate sports for 2 different teams for 3 years now. So I feel like I've grown into a more mature athlete over the years, and just taught me how to work harder and not give up and push the mental grind. Because at the end of the day, you're fighting for the guy next to you and not for yourself.
And the season that passed, obviously you guys are ACAA champions once again. The season go well for you guys? Yeah,
the season, it started off rough. We weren't very pleased with the first 2 events there, but we came back, and our head coach, Trevor Giggy, really pushed us to work hard that week, and we showed in Atlantics there because we were all tied with 8 to go and ended up winning by 13. So the boys know how to get her down when we need to.
Now we're looking, you're sitting second in between your teammates as we watch Tyson Gavin finish up on 18. I think he's ahead of you.
Yeah, he was playing well today, and I was cheering for him, and Trevor told me what the guys were doing, and it really gave me a spark there on the back nine to shoot even and come in with a good round because I knew they would be calling on me.
And the team right now sitting 4th place. So you happy with that so far, personally as well as team?
It's a spot. It's still Thursday. You can't win it on the first round. Sorry, it's Wednesday. You can't win it on the first round, but you can certainly lose it. And we've put ourselves there with a chance to win, and we got 2 more rounds to go, and I think you're about to see something special from the Hurricanes next 2 days.
And now things you'd like to improve on in the next couple of days, your plans for the few days, things that you're thinking of already, 2 rounds to go.
Overall, I was very pleased with my placement of the ball off the tee. It's just I think there's a couple of holes that I would like to place the ball better on the greens, like get it below the hole and get in a better spot to give you better looks. But other than that, I was very pleased with how I hit the ball. I hit in the right spots most of the time, and I hit a lot of great putt shots and drives, and it just helped motivate me to play good golf today.
Now I'm bringing people in here from away. A lot of them most of them haven't been to PEI, and I've been asking them what they plan to do on PEI. Anything you'd recommend for a golfer on PEI to take in as they're here for the tournament?
Well, if this was 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I'd say go to the beach and have a time, but it's a little chilly for that. But I'm from away, but I've moved here and lived here for the summer, and it's go downtown, enjoy the downtown, go to the restaurants and walk around and enjoy a lot of cruise ships in during the day and just kill time, enjoy the island.
Perfect. Well, Peter, good luck the rest of the way. +2 after today. You got to be happy with that. Sitting second among your team, and the team sitting 4th place so far. So we appreciate you joining us here on the program.
You can only go any farther.
There you go. Yeah, we look forward to. We'll have you again on the program here. We'll have you Hurricanes. People like to hear from you on the program, so we'll look forward to hearing your score tomorrow and getting you on the program. So, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Fernet, member of the men's Hurricane team, after day 1, a 74 for the Hurricanes as we take a look at the field and approach shot on what looks to be hole 18.
Yeah.
this.
We're here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow Golf Course, as the day one comes to an end here. Joined by Becky Martin from the Medicine Hat College. She is the current leader in the women's division. Becky, you shot a 74 today. How did the round go? Obviously, you got to be somewhat happy with how it went.
It went pretty well for first round, I would say. The wind was definitely in play, so that I may have made a few little mistakes, but all in all, I'm pretty happy about it.
A lot of people mentioning the greens. How did you find them? Do you have any difficulty with the greens? Do you find them pretty fast, or?
No, I didn't have any issues. I thought the greens were in great shape. They were rolling really well. There was no surprises. All in all, you were able to make putts out there, which was a good thing.
74, you're the current leader. Are you happy with how you played today?
Yeah. I haven't obviously played for a couple weekends, so I'm quite happy about it.
Were you able to get in practice rounds? I know some teams that were arrived late Monday, other teams here on Sunday. Did you get any practice rounds in here at Fox?
We only played on the Tuesday,
okay,
but we did come out and practice the Sunday, Monday.
Right.
Got a good feel of the greens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Difference between the course when you're on the practice round to today? Any difference you noticed?
Not too much. They did play the tees a little different, so it gave a little more variation and some new looks at the course.
Yep.
I was not surprised by any of it. It is a pretty open golf course.
Yes. Joined by Becky Martin, current leader in the women's division from Medicine Hat College. And Becky, could you tell the viewers just about your collegiate career so far, how many years you've played, and anything like that?
I've played golf competitively for quite a while. I did play NCAA golf for about 3 years, and I had a few medical ineligibility situations. And then I came home. I'm just glad to be back outside and
how long?
So fun.
How long have you played at Medicine Hat? Is this first season?
This is my first season.
First season, and how'd the season go in your conference?
Great. Our team won both North and South regionals as well as the ACAC. I also won the ACAC championship, so I'm quite happy about it.
Now, expectations for the next couple days. Anything you'd like to improve on? And score-wise, where would you like to end up both Thursday and Friday?
74 is a pretty good round one score. I would expect that my rounds may go a little lower as the week continues, the more and more you play the golf course. Tomorrow isn't supposed to be as windy, I don't believe, so might have a few more looks at birdies and maybe hit a few under par.
Sure. Yeah, well, current leader, Becky Martin from Medicine Hat College, hit a 74 today here at the PING 2016 CCAA National Championships. Is this your first time to PEI, Becky?
This is my first time at PEI.
How are you enjoying the course as well as the location so far?
Oh, it's fantastic. Our team went and checked out the provincial parks around here, and there's really not anywhere else you can go to see stuff like that, so it's quite...
Yeah, it's very unique in that way, for sure, and we hope you enjoy your stay here. We'll let you go. We've got more golfers rolling in here as we see more on 18, and we'll get them in here to the clubhouse. Becky Martin, the current leader in the women's division from Medicine Hat College, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Golf continues here at Fox Meadow Golf Course. We got more golfers to join us here momentarily. We'll let you know we have. Here's things round up. Day one, Wednesday, for the 2016 PING CCAA National Championships. Darcy Cudmore with you. If you're listening, we'd love to hear from you on Twitter at HC_Hurricanes, as well as myself, Darcy Cudmore, DARCYCUDMORE. Back here, Fox Meadow Golf Course. Darcy Cudmore with you. The PING 2016 Golf National Championships here. Beautiful Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Happy to be with you. Christian Mulla, I think I'm pronouncing that right?
That's correct.
That's correct. He's from Humber College with the Humber Hawks here in the clubhouse with me. Christian shot a 73 today. First, talk about how your round was today, just to kick things off.
It was a pretty rough start. Wasn't hitting the ball that great, but we got it going. The greens are really good, so we started rolling some putts in and made up for some of those early mistakes.
The wind and the greens, obviously a common topic between golfers who've joined me. How did you find both of those today?
Well, the wind definitely played a big factor. Occasionally it was gusting, 50 kilometers an hour, and you'd catch a couple flyers. The ball would go a little further than you expected. The greens, like I said, they're great. The greens have been great all week so far in both practice rounds, and they're rolling really, really well. They were quick this morning, and they started to slow down a little bit in the afternoon as they grew a bit.
Joined by Christian Mulla from the Humber Hawks, 73 today. Christian, you were able to get a few practice rounds in, I take it, here at Fox Meadow.
Mm-hmm.
How did that change from those rounds to today, the conditions and everything, and your mindset going into the tournament?
The last couple days, you're just trying to figure out where you want to end up. These greens are quite undulating, so you're working on hitting spots, giving yourself the best chance at making putts. A lot of uphillers. You don't want a lot of downhill sliders here. They can get away from you pretty quick. The practice rounds were pretty good. Yesterday was fairly easier than today. There wasn't a lot of wind, so it's quite a lot different today from yesterday.
And your overall thoughts on the golf course? I take it your first time here at Fox Meadow Golf Course.
It is, yeah.
Thoughts on the course and the facility?
The golf course, fantastic. The facility's been good. No complaints at all. It's special to be out here. I'm glad to be here.
And I've been asking everyone else, just talk about your collegiate career so far, how many years you've played, and how the season that just passed went for you and the Humber Hawks.
This is my 5th season, final one. It's been pretty good. I've enjoyed the ride. You get to do a lot of things that a lot of other athletes don't get to do as part of a varsity golf team. And this season, we had a little bit of a letdown at provincials, but we made it here. I'm happy with the way things went, finishing as an All-Canadian, so that was kind of nice to get that honor one more time, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this week. I think we'll be good.
How many national championships have you been able to attend?
This is the 5th consecutive one.
The 5th consecutive. Yeah. Humber Hawks, pretty impressive athletic program as a whole, and they have a lot of students. 5th national championship for you in your 5th year with Humber. Team-wise, expectations for this week?
Well, we're looking forward to winning. Actually, that's the goal. Every time we step it up, tee it up, we're looking to win, and that's kind of what we're expected to do, and that's the goals we set for ourselves. The guys are good, and they have the potential to do it.
Have you been talking to any of your teammates there so far?
I just saw a couple of them as I walked off the green. We had to go straight to scoring, so I know one of them played pretty well. I think he's 3 under, Connor Watt, so that's a good start to the day. We're looking like we're going to be good this week, I think.
Well, we look forward to hearing from the Humber Hawks more and the progress of you guys so far this week. This is only Wednesday. Lots of golf left to come, so we'll have many more Humber Hawks up here. How's your time on PEI been so far?
Amazing. I think this is a great place. It's a beautiful country. The food's excellent. I have no complaints. I like it here a lot.
Have you ever been on PEI before, or even this far east?
No. This is the first time in memory anyways, when I was a little kid probably, but nothing that I could recall.
Well, it's a great golf province. Lots of courses. This is just one here at Fox Meadow on the island that you can enjoy. It's quite a province. I really recommend golfers coming through here. We got a ton of them this week to return, enjoy golf on PEI, because it is quite a province for golf.
I'd have to agree so far.
Well, a great round of 73 plus 1. You got to be happy with that after day 1.
Yeah, that's good. It's good after, like I said, after that rough start. I'm very happy.
Well, Christian Mulla, the Humber Hawks golfer in his 5th year and 5th nationals, so pretty impressive collegiate career so far. We'll let you go as he's just stepped off the course. We grabbed him for the interview, and we really appreciate it. We heard from Albert Roach last night at the benefit. We're going to take a quick break from the live coverage here, and we're going to play that. I'm Darcy Cudmore with you for the 2016 CCAA Golf National Championships here from Stratford, Prince Edward Island.
We're thrilled to be hosting the 2016 CCAA PING National Golf Championships. back here again on PEI, back to Fox Meadow. We feel like, golf on Prince Edward Island has a reputation for one of the top destinations, if not the top destination in the country. And our programs in terms of Holland College, they represent a unique asset or a base of assets that we can pull upon for hosting. So we take great pride in hosting events, and this year's Golf Nationals, I think, is one of those chances where we said early on in the rotation that if we got the event back in Prince Edward Island, we would really be able to showcase our facilities, our staff, and certainly our golf teams, our golf product, and ensure that what we would be doing with the country would set some more standards, raise the bar a little bit in terms of the experience for the student athlete. And certainly we try to do that each time we host, depending on every sport. This year we're really excited to be able to provide a live streaming element within the championship, first time ever. We have great partnership with Bell Alliant, who's come on board with our partner on the live streaming effort. But over and above that, we try to add a lot of different elements to the championship, keeping in mind that it's a student-centered event and making sure that they're given the ability to showcase their talents, and we're really all about that in terms of the CCAA product. Again, proud members, and golf, it provides a great deal of enjoyment for me personally, because I've been a ACAA convener for 8 or 10 years now, and a national convener for 5 or 6, I believe. And this year, stepping away and being a host once again certainly is a very gratifying role for me as a past convener and regionally and nationally, and certainly in Holland College, again stepping forward to profile golf in our country.
Joined in here in studio, Darcy Cudmore. Thank you for joining me here at the CCAA 2016 Golf Nationals here at the Fox Meadow Golf Club. Joined by Rob Conway. Thank you for joining me, Rob.
No problem. My pleasure.
You're the coach of the Seneca College Sting.
Correct.
I hope I said that correctly.
Yes.
And here this week, the women are here, no men.
Yes, that's right. We have Maria and Andrea here this week, and first time for us to be here, so we're real excited.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you here for the 2016 Golf Nationals in Stratford. And you tell us a little bit about both your women golfers.
Well, Andrea is an international student from France, just here for a little while, so she's really excited to be able to see different parts of the country, and obviously first time out in PEI. So it's fantastic for her, and also she gets an opportunity to speak English, obviously, for 5-6 hours nonstop. So it's really good for her for that part, from the educational standpoint. And Maria is a great golfer, has been to nationals before, and we're real happy to have both of them here, and we're real excited.
And how long have you been the coach?
It's my first year.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I've been a golf professional for 8 years.
Okay.
And first year at Seneca, and it's been a fun experience so far.
Sure. Is the program been going long for them? And what other athletics do they offer at Seneca?
They do tons. The golf program's been around for a while.
Okay.
But they have soccer, volleyball, basketball, your normal sports for sure.
Yeah. This might be the question you might know. The population of the school, do you know?
I don't know exactly, to be honest with you.
Sure, no problem.
But it is in Toronto, so there's lots.
There's lots.
Yeah.
And your season so far has obviously gone well for your women.
Mm-hmm.
What about the men's team?
Men's team was good. We didn't do as well as we would have liked at OCAAs. Just kind of got away from us on the first day, and we never really were able to bring it around. Mm-hmm. But throughout the year, we had some solid performances from guys, so it was a good time.
Expectations for this weekend, both without speaking for them, their personal expectations. What would they like to come out of this? You've worked with them all season. What would they like to come out of this week with, and as a team as well?
You know, it's just to get a positive experience for sure. Obviously, we'd like to medal. That's why we come to these events. We want to perform to our top ability, but competitive golf isn't always at the forefront, especially for collegiate athletes, because obviously they're starting to get into more of their professional careers.
Yep.
And so this is an opportunity to maybe just continue it a little bit more on the side, somewhat of a hobby. So just a positive experience, enjoying being out there. It's been a beautiful day. I mean, it's October in PEI, and you got a sweater on, and that's about it.
We were saying that it was a little windy today, which would have caused a lot of trouble, but for October 19th on PEI, for it to be 18 degrees and the sun shining, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's been times, I'm sure, where there's snow on the ground. So, but I take it your first trip to PEI as well?
It isn't. It's my second time here.
Second time to PEI.
Yes.
Did you ever play golf here in PEI?
I did.
Before?
I played Crowbush Cove.
Wow. Okay.
And it was fantastic. I love the East Coast. First time I came here, so we were in Halifax. We were here. Went up to New Brunswick as well, and just a beautiful part of the country. And everyone's super nice out on the East Coast. So definitely, especially if you're a golfer, it's a fantastic destination to get to.
It really is. And Fox Meadow, just one of the many courses we have here in PEI that are beautiful. And with that, I'll ask you your thoughts on the course and the facility here in Stratford.
Well, it's a fantastic golf course. It's a nice layout, and obviously, being October. I wasn't expecting the greens to be as quick as they were, and I got an opportunity to play on Monday with the team. And if you're above the hole, I'll tell you, it was tough to get that ball to stop short. And today, especially because of the wind you were mentioning, there's a lot of parts of the golf course where you can't feel the wind, and you can hear it up in the trees, and you know it's there, and you can't feel it. And it's tough to identify it when you're in those lower areas, and all of a sudden you put your ball up above the trees and it starts to go.
Yeah.
And it's just something to get used to. There is more of a prevailing wind kind of coming up towards where we are right now, but every once in a while you get that swirl, and it's tough out there. It's a tough course.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that earlier. Obviously, up here we see 1 and 10 very well, and we see 18 and 9, and the wind is either with you or against you on those. But the holes in the back, I'd be curious to talk, and I've been asking these golfers how the conditions have been back there.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like for the first few holes, we started on the back nine, we started on 10, and it seemed like every shot seemed to be downwind. But then you started to get into some of the crosswinds, and they were fierce out there every once in a while. But like I say, if you were in if you're in a bad spot, you couldn't feel it, and you could just hear it. And because there was a prevailing wind, you knew which way it was kind of going, but if you caught a swirl, it was tough.
Here with Rob Conway. He's the head coach of the women's team here, Seneca College Sting. Rob, your golfers get in today. Something that you'll talk to them about this course and the competition moving forward.
You know, it's just the big errors, the double bogeys. You gotta avoid those. And yes, you're going to struggle at times when you're out there, and you're going to find yourself, faced with a long putt for bogey. But when you have doubles and triples, that's what's going to kill your score real quick out there. And for the ladies today, unfortunately, they did have a few of those, and that's. When you're hitting it so well and you're feeling like you're playing great, and then all of a sudden you hit a roadblock there with a double or triple, that's what's going to slow you down.
Now, have you been talking to the ladies? Have they completed the?
Yeah, they finished up just about 5 minutes.
And how'd they end up?
They did okay. I think they're in 7th or 8th place right now, which is good for them, and definitely didn't shoot the numbers that they wanted to shoot today, but it was tough out there, and they're in an okay position, and we're going to look to try to improve though in the next couple of days.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, Rob, the head coach of the women's team for Seneca College. 2 women here today. A tie for 7th, I think we said, in the team event. So best of luck on the rest of the week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Here at the CCAA Golf National Championships in Stratford at Fox Meadow. Getting the players as they come in, and the head coach like we just had. And we'll keep bringing them up here to talk to you guys here as this tournament continues to roll along. Day 1 coming to an end very soon. And lots of golf left. Day 1 of a 3-day tournament here at Fox Meadow. We appreciate you joining us. We'll be on air all week. And if you are listening, to let us know on Twitter at HC_Hurricanes, as well as myself at Darcy Cudmore. We are joined here again from Vancouver Island University, Robbie Pesta. Did I say that correct?
You did.
I said that correct. All right, that's the big test here with some of these coming up. Robbie, you had a first round even 72. Are you happy with that? How did the round go?
Pretty happy with it. I hit a lot of good shots today. Hit the driver unbelievable. This golf course is designed to hit a driver everywhere, and I'm pretty straight with it, so it kept me in play, and hit a couple of good approach shots and made a few putts.
Now, you might have you touched on this a bit. Coming into the start of the day, if you told yourself you hit a 72 here in day 1, would you be happy with that? After the first 18.
I think it's a good start. Yeah, I think you build on it tomorrow. Try and get a couple under. It'd be nice to get a couple under today, obviously, but you just build on it and you go. It's a 3-day tournament, lots of holes to play, so you just keep on going, keep on grinding away, and hopefully you get under there.
Team is tied for 8th at the moment as things as teams still continue to roll in here. Expectations for the team as well as yourself, with 2 more days left.
Expectations always to win. Well, we're always trying to win, so it's a process. Golf is so random. The shots are so random, so it's like you just grind away. You stay committed to your shots, and you just go at it.
Thoughts on the course? You've played it, I expect, a few times with the practice round and today. Thoughts on the course?
I love the golf course. It's definitely designed for my game. I love hitting driver. You can hit driver everywhere. So for me, with the wide open fairways, it definitely plays good into my game.
Okay, and we appreciate you joining us here, Robbie Pesta from Vancouver Island University. And even 72, your plans for the next couple of days, things you thought you could improve on maybe after day 1? Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, definitely my approach shots coming in especially. I missed a couple up and downs. I put myself into spots where I couldn't get my up and downs on the last couple holes. So try and keep. It's good. You have to stay below the hole out here. So getting my approach shots within, I guess, pin high and below, and I'll be good to go here for the next couple of days.
Talk about your collegiate career so far, the years you've played, the national championships, anything that you've played in before this year.
This is actually my first time coming to nationals. I've been on the team for 5 years. I'm a 5th-year senior, and it's been fantastic. The camaraderie that we have with the boys and everything is just a great time. I got to meet so many people. Right, it was definitely a great experience. And to tap it off like this, to cake it off, it was pretty nice.
Enjoying PEI so far?
Yeah, it's fantastic. We haven't really done much.
Yeah.
We've just been hanging out in the hotel and stuff.
And unfortunately, with the busy schedule, here bright and early, here most of the day, hopefully you get out and enjoy some of the sights on PEI because it's a beautiful spot to be.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hopefully you'll get back. I've been saying it's a beautiful spot for a golfer because there's so many golf courses on this island. Fox Meadow just being one of them. But anyway, we appreciate you joining us on air. Robbie Pesta is shooting an even 72 from Vancouver Island University, and best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Here in the Fox Meadow clubhouse, as things continue to roll on, watching a shot from 9. And a long putt. This thing's coming to the end for day 1. And, we'll see where we stand after day 1 and in the standings, the leaders and whatnot. A pretty good day for golf, though, I think most would say. A little bit of a wind, but those things happen. It's golf. It's the way it goes. The sun was out and it was quite warm, about 18, 19 degrees. So for October 19th, you got to be happy with that here at the CCAA Golf Nationals. Not sure quite what to expect. I know a year ago woke up to a little bit of snow on the ground. So definitely not that today. Pretty warm. It's supposed to be a lot of the same tomorrow. A little less wind. And then I think Friday, some possible rain, but you just never know here in PEI as the forecast can change in an instant. We've been joined by a lot of the golfers today. Becky Martin, the leader at the time in the female division. Peter Fernet, from Holland College, well, Spencer Compton, both shooting fairly good today. Emily Tindle from Georgian College. We've been joined by plenty golfers. Great to hear from them. Great to hear how the course is playing. Some of the challenges as day 1 rolls along, and they could return to the clubhouse after 18. As we watch on 9, as some finish up, tap in there. Another tap in by the look of it here. As things wind down, a great first day. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning, on air, 8:15. We hope to hear from you. Hope you'll join us, follow along. We'll have interviews with the coaches and coverage of the play. Myself and Robbie Junker, who's was with us all day. Darcy, we're here with you right now. We appreciate it as another group finishes up on 9. Handshakes all around. They'll return to the clubhouse here momentarily. Beautiful Fox Meadow Golf Course. Swinging there. That was at 9. There's 18 green, down 18 fairway as another group makes their way in with an approach shot upcoming. figure about 250 from where they're standing there to the green. It's a par 5. It's a long approach. It tightens up. A little bit of a bend, more of a bend than it appears as we look down the fairway. A lot of the golfers laying up in front of behind that tree. I think we have someone taking a shot. Here on 18 is going to be joined by a Holland Hurricanes golfer here momentarily. Here in the Fox Meadow Golf Course. Here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow Golf and Country Club here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island, the host of the PING 2016 CCAA Golf Nationals. And I am joined here in the clubhouse by Holland Hurricanes golfer Carly McKuen. Welcome to the program, Carly.
Thank you.
Carly shot an 80 today, first round, top Hurricane woman after the first round, tied for 9th. Carly, and we'll ask you first how the round went.
Really well. I felt really comfortable out on the course today. I was hitting the ball well. Some putts weren't falling, but I was rolling them close, so I felt really comfortable.
You're obviously familiar with the course, being from PEI. How was it playing? Some of the people from away, a little unfamiliar with it, finding it long and finding the greens tough.
I found it not too bad compared to last year. Specifically, I found the course really long last year. This year I'm finding it a lot more comfortable, and I think having played here I'm a lot more comfortable with the greens. I've seen most of the pin placements out there today, and I didn't find them rolling too fast. But great shape. It was in great condition for this time of the year.
It is October 19th, and the weather today. The wind obviously must have been tough to work around today. It was pretty strong at some points.
Yes, there was a few holes where definitely the wind and club selection did hurt me a little bit, but I really couldn't ask for any better weather today. A little bit colder. I'd prefer the wind over the cold. I was glad that it was nice and warm, and I found that I was very comfortable.
And it was 19 degrees at some points today, which is pretty good weather for October. Now leading into round 2, you're the top player for the Hurricanes. Something you'd like to improve on for tomorrow's round?
I'd like to make a few more putts today and be a little bit more consistent tomorrow. And be a little bit more consistent off the tee.
Now you are joined by 2 others on your team,
yes.
Jaylene as well as Daria. Tell about your collegiate career so far. You've played here at Holland College for a few years and gone to a few national championships, but I'll let you tell the viewers about how long you played and such.
So I started golf when I was 10. My first nationals and really competitive experience was last year, my first year for the Hurricanes when we went to BC, and then this would be my second year of competitive golf with the Hurricanes.
And how'd the season that just passed go compared to the previous season?
I played better last year throughout the competitive season, but I struggled at nationals again just because of the distance, and I think it was the same thing as the girls are finding this year. It was a different course, and I wasn't very familiar with the greens. Having this be at Fox Meadow, I think I will play better here than I did last year just because I'm familiar with the course. I know the greens, I know the pin placements, that kind of thing.
In off seasons from last year playing with the Hurricanes and going to nationals to this year, what's been something you've really looked to improve in your game?
Distance off the tee. That hurt me last year at nationals. I would hit a good shot, but I'd have a 3-wood in all the time. So this year I got a new driver, worked on my swing a little bit, and that has helped because I don't find the course as long this year.
And who do you work with in the off season or during the summer to do that? Is there a coach?
Working here and being with Trevor all the time, he's been the main person that's helped me out a lot. And with my drivers specifically, he's done a lot of work with me on that. So.
Day one complete. You still got 2 more days here at Fox Meadow in the CCAA Championships. 80 today. Expectations for the next 2 days?
Somewhere around the same. I was hitting the ball really well today. I couldn't really ask hitting the ball wise, but just if I could make a few more putts, that would be great.
And now you're familiar with PEI. Most of these golfers are not familiar with PEI. Something you to recommend here on the island?
Maybe try it like the Gahan House or the Pilot House. The Gahan or Pilot House.
That's
good places to eat.
Great recommendations. I had another say Cow's Ice Cream, which is
that
also
is
good,
true.
so.
Might be a little cold for that.
Might be a little cold today. Not so bad, but we appreciate you joining us here, Carly. I'm sure
no
we'll
problem.
have you on again as much. I know you'd want to come on tomorrow and talk about your round, so we'll
Sounds
probably have
good.
you then. Carly McKuen, member of the Hurricanes, the top female golfer after day one, shooting an 80, tied individual play, and 7th the Hurricanes in team play. Going to take a short break here. We'll be joined by some more golfers as day one continues to roll along here in the Fox Meadow Golf Club for the 2016 CCAA Golf Championships. Welcome back here, day one of the CCAA Golf Championships here. It's on beautiful Prince Edward Island in Stratford here at the Fox Meadow Golf and Country Club. Golfers continue to roll into the clubhouse as things wind up as we have a view there of 18 green. First, though, before we talk to another golfer, I got golfer from Augustana lined up to talk to me here. First, we're going to listen to an interview. Chris Bertram, University of Fraser Valley. He won Coach of the Year. We were able to talk to him last night, ask him a few questions, and we'll take a look at that. Take a look at that right now here on the feed for the CCAA Golf Championships here from Stratford, Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, so we had a really good season out in the Pac West. We play in a very competitive conference, and we had our women's team pretty much ran the table. They won all 4 events. We had 2 different players win individual tournaments, and our 3 ended up winning first, second, third overall in the Pac West, and so just played really solid golf all season long and had a great year. Our guys team, we ended up second overall. We've been chasing Camosun, who've been ranked #1 in Canada all season long, and we've been on their heels for most of the season, haven't quite been able to get the job done there yet, but I think if we can put all the pieces together this week, I think we have a really good chance to get there.
All right, back here in the Fox Meadow Clubhouse, joined by Darian Gettis from Augustana Vikings. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Here in day 1 of the Golf National Championships at Fox Meadow. Before we talk about your round, Darian, I'll ask you about your overall thoughts on the course here.
Nothing bad to say about the course. We were able to get out here for a couple of practice rounds, and yeah, beautiful course. I would love an ocean view, but that's really the only complaint I have. Yeah, very forgiving. It's in great shape. Greens are rolling beautifully. No complaints so far.
And now you had a little bit of a difficulty today.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the round and what went good, what went wrong for you.
Just a bit of a slow start. I was striking the ball well, but just putts weren't rolling in, and then just a few unforced errors here and there. So nothing that we can't bounce back from and remain optimistic about.
And now expectations for tomorrow. Something you're going to come out here a little bit behind in the standings. Your expectations to get up on that first tee and execute where you didn't.
Just a little bit better course management. I think I short-sided myself a few too many times today. But other than that, that's really it. Just kind of working a little bit better game plan around the greens. I think what I expect of myself is just to be able to keep the team going. Yeah, I obviously underperformed today, but we'll hopefully the boys kept playing well, and we'll bounce right back into it.
Now the team here today for Augustana, you guys have how many guys on the team?
So we've got 5. We got a couple guys that are new to the national champion, 3 that were competing out in Fraser Valley last year, including myself. And 1 rookie this year, so they were really excited to get out here, kind of see what the national spotlight is all about, and I mean they can't really ask for a more beautiful setting than PEI.
So you've played in a national championship before?
Yes.
With the University of Fraser Valley?
No, with the Augustana Vikings as well. Last year we qualified out.
Sure.
I think it was the Cascades were hosting last year.
Sure.
Yeah, so we were out in Chilliwack.
Okay, and also played with University of Fraser Valley?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you mentioned.
No. Oh, no, sorry. No, just as the host.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
No. And now your season that just passed with Augustana, how did that go?
It was good. I would say pretty consistent throughout the whole thing. We kind of had a bit of a shaky start. Expectations were not the highest. Not like last year. We had lost a few pretty strong players last year. So coming in, we knew we had a good group of guys that could all go out and work really well together and play well as a team. So we were able to do. I think we were second or third place first tournament, kind of the same spot in our second tournament, and then we were able to squeak second place and qualify for nationals at the ACAC Championship.
Now tomorrow the team will come into it. We're not sure the final standings yet, but expectations team-wise for the next couple days and where you guys would like to end up.
Really our only expectation as a team was just to place higher than we did last year. Last year we had a rough go being everyone's first. Well, not everyone's first. There was one teammate of ours who's our assistant coach now. He was able to play out in Quebec a few years ago, and we had a rough one out there and finished last place. So really, just trying to get up and improve from there. Looking, hopefully the middle of the pack is kind of where we're looking at right now. But I don't know. Hopefully we can just go out and play some good golf.
Joined here by Darian Gettis, the Augustana Vikings. We appreciate you joining us. A little bit of a rough day today. Well, lots of room to improve. It's day 1, 3-day tournament, so you can't win it on the first day. I hope your tournament improves.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us here. Lots of golfers to come as things wind up here at day 1. A lot of them coming in. We'll have a few more for you here coming up here in the program. The CCAA National Championships from Fox Meadow Golf Club in Stratford. Thank you. Back here, Fox Meadow Golf Course. As another round, another group finishes up their round on 18. Joined in the clubhouse here by Jamal Musawi from St. Lawrence College with the Vikings. Jamal, thank you for joining us here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jamal shot a 78. You said before we went on air, not the happiest with your round. Tell us what went wrong for you, Jamal.
Yeah, I hit a lot of good shots. Definitely missed a few. I missed a lot of putts that I would have liked to make, and I kind of had a double, and then I followed it up with a bogey, so it's kind of tough to come back with that, but made a birdie late in my round to kind of keep it respectable, and looking forward to tomorrow.
The weather warm today, sunny, but obviously the wind had to have a bit of a factor on the, you guys out there today.
Yeah, for sure. The wind kind of kept your mind in it. You got to keep thinking, and you always had to think of different numbers that the wind might affect it and stuff like that. So, if you miss a drive and you got to club up too because of the wind, it changes a lot of things. So the wind definitely makes it a lot tougher.
We'll talk about the greens. You enjoy the greens a little quick. A lot of people enjoy that.
Yeah, good greens. Run really smooth. I don't think they're as quick as they are just really smooth. Like they just run out a lot more. So for the short ones, it's nice. You just kind of got to get it online, and the rest will do itself. But for the long ones, you definitely have to take a couple looks at it and make sure you got the right weight down.
Not talking about the wind or temperature or anything like that, but how do you enjoy Fox Meadow Golf Course?
It's good. It's a little open, which I like. You get to rip a lot more drivers that you'd like to. It definitely allows you to score if you're hitting the ball well, and it can punish you if you don't. So it's a good golf course.
You talked about 78, not being the happiest with that. Expectations for, you still got 2 days of golf here. Expectations for those next 2 days?
I don't know if I have any expectations place-wise. Just 2 more good, and I'll be happy.
Something you like to improve on? Maybe you went wrong today.
I think I hit it pretty good, and I think the wind just killed me. But if I could, I'd like to hit a couple more approach shots pretty close.
Now, first time on PEI, take it?
Yep.
You're in PEI?
Yep, first time.
Enjoyed any plans for the week other than spending the time here?
I'm here as an individual, so going to spend some time with my coach, go out for a couple nice dinners, maybe catch the Jays game tonight. That's about it.
Well, we hope you enjoy your time. 78 today. 2 more days of golf. Lots of golf ahead here at Fox Meadow. Probably catch up with you later in the week and see how things are going. But for Jamal Musawi from College, shooting a 78 today, and looking to improve in the next couple days. So we thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll have more golfers join us here momentarily as things wind up. We take a look at 18th green there, here from the clubhouse, the Fox Meadow Golf and Country Club. 2016 PING CCAA National Championships back with you momentarily. Back here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow PING CCAA National Golf Championships rolling right along. Joined by Mark Olivier Plas. Welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us from Andre Larondo. He shot a 71, tied for 5th. You got to be happy with that 71 today.
Yeah, I'm really happy. The conditions were really tough, and I started with a bogey on one, but I stayed calm and played really solid, hit a lot of greens, and I'm really happy with the score.
Obviously, maybe with the wind.
Yeah, for sure.
They affect obviously your game. Other things that you thought may have affected your game and can improve on.
Yeah, I thought I had a bit of a tough time with the speed of the greens. I was always hitting my putts a little too hard, so I'm probably going to go work on it a bit. But other than that, I mean, I play really solid, hit a lot of greens, a lot of fairways, and I'm really pleased, especially in these conditions. It was really windy.
This is your 4th year playing collegiate golf.
Yes.
Talk about this past season, how you ended up here at the National Championships in PEI.
Well, just like every year, we play I think we play 4 events in Quebec, 4 collegiate event, and it went really well this year. I played well. Our team won the provincial championship, so that was our goal. We were really happy about that. And yeah, just like every year, I mean, we've always a tough time performing here, but I think this time we have the right mindset, the right attitude, and I think we're off to a good start today.
71 today, tied for 5th. Expectations for the next couple days to stay around that 71s?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to try to keep a good attitude, stay calm, and stick to my game plan, and hopefully I can keep shooting some good scores.
Team event as well. Have you talked to any of your teammates and how they've been doing so far today?
I think Marc-Antoine Hutt was playing in front of me. I think he shot 72. I think Brendan Smith was 2 over, 1 over par, and I think Félix Normand was 1 over. And I'm not sure what Victor Gondin shot. So, but we were off to a really good start after a couple holes, and yeah, it looks like a good start.
You've attended national championships before at the collegiate level. Talk about this course and this facility compared to other courses that have hosted the national championships that you've been at.
We've always played really good courses. I really like this one. It's a good fair layout. You can hit a lot of drivers, and I mean, for this time of the year, the course is in great conditions. The greens are almost perfect. It's a lot of fun.
All right, well, we appreciate you joining us. 71 today, tied for 5th so far as the tournament continues to wrap up here for day 1. Mark Olivier Plas from Andre Larondo. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck as the tournament rolls along.
Thank you.
Things rolling on here in Fox Meadow as the tournament continues here in day 1. Golfers coming in, talking to a lot of them, a lot of the same topics. The wind, obviously a factor. Greens running pretty quickly for those not familiar with them. A lot of the Hurricanes pretty familiar with the course, know what to expect, but now golfers still continuing to file in. Here it's about 4 o'clock on PEI. I've said it before. If you're listening, tweet me, Darcy Cudmore. I'd love to hear from you. DARCYCUDMORE. Happy to bring you this CCAA event hosted by the Holland Hurricanes. Fox Meadow Golf Course, as we have a great tournament here, and the Hurricane staff has been quite busy with national championships, also the men's basketball championships coming to the island in March. So a lot's going on for them, as well as their regular season. There's the Atlantic Cross Country Championships here next weekend on the island of Brookfield. So a busy time for the Hurricanes. Doing a great job of this tournament here as day 1 rolls along. We talked to some of the golfers in here as we watch on hole 9 as a group finishes up. As we come to the end of day 1, a lot of the final groups just rolling in. And we get joined by some of the golfers here today. Back here at Fox Meadow, and we're joined by yet another golfer, James Casorso. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Thank you for having me.
He's at the UBC Okanagan Heat. And James, -2 today. You got to be happy with that round. You're currently tied for 3rd.
Yep. I played pretty good today. Ball strike was definitely on. Had a couple short game errors in the middle, but managed to get it back near the end there, so that was kind of nice.
And talk about the course here, Fox Meadow. What do you like about the course? Something that plays to your game, maybe, that you enjoy?
I love the golf course. I love how it sets up off the tee. That's really good for me. I think I hit almost every fairway, and when I didn't, the ball was sitting kind of nice in the rough. So that worked out. And I would also say probably the greens being a little slippery. I'm a pretty good putter usually, minus I had a couple putts out there today that were a little not so good. But other than that, yeah, I think the green plays to my advantage.
A hole, you've obviously played the course a few times now, the practice round and then the first round today. A hole or a few holes that really you've played well on or enjoy here at Fox Meadow that come to mind?
I've kind of played them differently, like every single day. Like hole 3, for example, that hole's got my number. I've hit it bad off the tee in the practice rounds, and today I hit it really good, and then I hit my second shot over the green and ended up making a 6. Like I thought I was playing the hole super well, and then yeah, I don't know, but every hole to me is just, I like looking at it. I like the course. There's not one hole that I dislike out there, so I feel pretty comfortable out there.
-2 tied for 3rd. You know, we mentioned you being happy with that. Expectations for the next couple days and where you'd like to shoot and where you'd like to finish up as an individual?
Well, hopefully finish somewhere near the top. That's kind of the goal. It's kind of why we're here. And then, I mean, I played so good today, and I had so many looks that didn't go in, and like I said, if I just tidy up a couple of little short game issues I had today, I think it could be a pretty special weekend. So
we take a look in the 18th here as final groups make their approach shots onto the green, joined by James Casorso of the UBC Okanagan Heat, -2 in day 1, tied for 3rd. Tell the people and myself about your collegiate career so far and how many national championships you've been able to play at before this year.
This is my 2nd national championship. We played last year at Chilliwack, and last year was played really good and just couldn't get the putts to fall from about 4 feet and in. I last year, but no, my progression throughout university has been pretty steady. Every year I've gotten a little stronger and a little more calm, a little more mature, so I'm just growing up a little, I think.
At the national championships last year, as a golfer last year to this year, I was curious to see something that you would look at from last year to this year, improved on, and maybe even, wanted to improve at, worked on as the season went on.
I would definitely say I embrace the bad situations for what they are. I don't dwell on them as long. I still am a little hard on myself, but I'm better at moving past it, and I'm making the putts from 4 feet and in this year, so that definitely helps.
And I'm going to ask that too. 2nd year at Nationals, do you feel a little bit different, a little more comfortable, confident being your 2nd national championship, compared to your 1st last year?
I'm a little more at ease. I think I know what to expect, but again, there's so many good players here, right? You just kind of have to go out and do your own thing, and if you are lucky enough to be one of the guys near the top, like, that's awesome, and it's just a privilege to be here, so pretty happy.
Yeah, PEI here. Have you ever been to the island before?
No, and me and my coach, Cass, we've just been loving it. We've been soaking it all in, and we're trying to do as much stuff as we can. It's just a great experience.
Anything you've done of note that you've really enjoyed or hope to do while you're on the island?
We're going to go try some lobster out here. We heard that's one of the things to do, and I don't know, we've been trying to watch all the Jays games and stuff and stay up with that, but yeah, no, just enjoy everything, enjoy some of the local restaurants, and again, get some lobster at some point.
Well, perfect. Well, James Casorso from UBC Okanagan Heat shot a -2 today, tied for 3rd. So far, as groups continue to roll in, we watch another group here on 18. And they will be in the clubhouse here. We'll look to get more of the golfers as we get a firmer grip on the standings as well after day 1. James, I appreciate you. Best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
More golfers to come here. CCAA Golf National Championships from Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Day 1, a great tournament being held here currently. And day 2 tomorrow. Same time start, 8:15. Join us online. Love to hear from you. It's going to be a great tournament. There's no question. already seen some great golf and some great coverage. So it's been a great day. Weather's been good other than some wind. Course is in great shape. We continue to hear that from the golfers as they roll in to the clubhouse here, and we're on to our final couple groups. We watch a chip shot from the looks like someone from Andre Larondo, I believe, as he eyes up his chip. He's on the fringe, and this is the trouble on 18. This green is going to go downhill for him, and like we've heard, they're quick. So you got to be careful. This one is going to be a quick roll as soon as he hits that green. So I guess he does have a putter. I'm sorry. We'll watch this shot here from 18. His group's looked around. Day one, you're going to want to get into the clubhouse. You know, that one's going to roll past like we've seen much of the day. And that one's about, 6-7 feet past the hole. So still work to do there. Day one, you can't win the tournament on day one, like Robbie Junker said earlier, but you can definitely lose it, and you're going to want to have a good round here, get a good score, and look to build on it. We've seen a lot of the guys hovering around 71, 72, 73. Pretty good score. James Casorso, we just heard from UBC. He's tied for third. He was a 70 today. So that kind of gives you an idea of the score so far today for the men. At the time, Becky Martin, we heard from her, Medicine Hat College. She was the current women's leader. When we heard from her, she shot a 74. Not sure an update on that, but we're going to get the updated scores to you. You can also visit CCAA online, get an update on the scores and the standings. So far in the tournament here as this group continues to wrap up 18 green. It's about 5 minutes after 4 here in Stratford, Prince Edward Island, just over the bridge from downtown Charlottetown, capital city here of PEI, if you've never been. Of course, pretty central, and I think that's one reason why it's so popular. Stratford, a growing community. It's very close to Charlottetown, so it's a popular course here in PEI. A beautiful course, plays well. One's going to get a little right. Should be just about a tap in as long as that holds up after the hole, and that's the it over and over. Being above the hole can make for some tough conditions. These greens are rolling pretty quickly. Downhill it can be a challenge, no question. So great day for golf though. October 19th, being about 20 days, you can't really complain. As this were a group. Still a little bit of work to do on the 18th green. Here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow Golf and Country Club. I have a pretty comfortable spot here for the week up here in what is usually the restaurant and bar area. For myself, by a nice fireplace. It's Nice and warm in here. Joined by Jacob Vanderpass here in the clubhouse. Jacob, you shot a 73 today in your first round.
Yeah.
We'll talk about, how were you happy with that first round score and how you played today?
Overall, I say I didn't get a practice round in. So I just got in last night about 6 o'clock. Showed up late at the banquet. So overall, with kind of how I didn't expect anything in the golf course. So overall, I'd say it was pretty good. Yeah, I made a few good putts, chipped in it once, so it was good.
Obviously, I don't need to tell you, but talk about the disadvantage of not getting that practice round. A few teams in here playing 2. I think I talked to one who had 3 practice rounds in, and that's got to be a disadvantage you coming in here today.
A bit of both. Sometimes you just don't know what there is. There could be OB right, OB left, right? But it helps if you just see your target and swing. But some of the greens, especially on 18 there, where I had a few on the putts coming in, but I did not know that green was that steep. I would have probably clubbed up, swung less, and my wedge would not have spun off the front of the green. So just little things, but.
And we've had a great view of 18 here
cool.
All day, and continued trouble with the green and the approach. There's been quite a few people. 18 is a tough one, especially all day. The wind would have been right in your face on 18.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was when you came through, but talk about the wind in general, what affected your game.
Yeah, so it was good. I was hitting it good at the start, a little higher, which are not high, but just normal ball flight, and then it kind of worked out where my ball flight, especially off the tee, was kind of just coming out lower, which it worked out well. So when I was around 200 par for most of the day, so I thought that'd be a pretty good score. But then just at the end, right, that has nothing to do with the wind when you putt on the green. So it's a good challenge. It kind of keeps you focused and in the game where you know that people are going to be shooting high scores, right? With the wind, you can just kind of maintain and just coast.
You said you were -2 for much of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you run into trouble?
Just the last hole there. A couple of lip outs. 90-degree lip outs, horseshoes, no fun. Other than that, it was pretty good though.
Good. So Jacob here from Langara College, the Falcons, shooting a 73 today. Didn't get in a practice round, but your first, chance to play the course. And what were your thoughts playing it? What did you think of the course?
I like it actually. Greens are smooth. My first few putts on the putting green, it looked kind of intimidating just how steep they were, but the greens were a good speed for them. They're fairly generous. You can kind of, when you think that there's trouble, you can kind of just relax a little bit. You know there's nothing in the way and just swing big and swing free, and you'll be okay.
And now heading into day 2 tomorrow here at Fox Meadow Golf Course for the PING 2016 CCAA National Championships. Something you'd like to improve on, something now that you know the course a little bit, you'll look to focus on more for tomorrow and Friday.
I think just getting a little more dialed in on visualization and just kind of committing to a golf shot. There's a couple squirrely ones, but I didn't get in trouble where it could be more of an impact right later in the week. But I just say focusing and visualizing and committing to a shot.
Your 4th year playing college golf, your first national championship. Can you talk about your season and how you ended up here at Nationals on PEI?
Yeah, I had a really good season over in Vancouver and BC. Very consistent. I think my highest score was 75, which is a few over there. Other than that, it was just I didn't make any big numbers, and then came out on top there by 5 shots, which was really cool. It was. I'm proud of myself for that.
Good. Well, congratulations. 73 today. Would you like to hover around there, improve by a few shots for tomorrow?
Yeah, par is always a good score. But it would be kind of get back those few shots I gave away on the last there. It would be nice to go 2 under, 3 under. It's always good.
Yes, I think most all would agree with you on that. Jacob Vanderpass from Langara College joining us here in the clubhouse. Group's still wrapping up. We got a few left coming up, 18. Back in with the action. We'll be joined here by a few more golfers as they continue to roll in, get their card checked, sign off on that, and then join me up here. So, Jacob, I want to say thank you.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Good luck the rest of the week.
Thanks. It'll be fun.
We'll check back in here at the CCAA Golf Championships momentarily. We'll take in from hole 18. Here in the clubhouse, Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, a beautiful facility. The CCAA Golf National Championships being held here this year. And a great spot on PEI. It's a small province, but it's a great golf province, and there's a lot of courses where this could be held. But I think here at Fox Meadow, people are going to love this course. They're going to love the facility. We're close to downtown. We're close to Holland College, who are, of course, the hosts of this tournament, the Holland Hurricanes, and they've done a great job so far. Everyone we've talked to really enjoying their time here on PEI, most coming earlier this week, getting in a practice round or two, and enjoying it. The weather's been beautiful golf-wise. Today, a little bit of a wind going on, which we've talked about regularly. Other than that, 19 degrees for October 19th golf. Pretty good. Tomorrow's supposed to be a lot of the same, I think, Friday. Maybe a little bit of rain, but here in PEI, not really sure what to expect until the day comes, and that's how we will play it here at the CCAA Golf National Championships. Talked to a lot of golfers here so far today and coaches, and things wrapping up. No more golf, no more groups left on the course. They're in the clubhouse below, signing off on their scorecards, all that stuff. It's been a great day of golf here. Day one of 3 days. We appreciate you joining us here. Universal Media putting this webcast together with Bell TV 1. I'm Darcy Cudmore joining you for the 3 days that we'll be on here. And it's a pleasure to be here. Holland College student myself, happy to represent the college and be able to bring you this broadcast here from Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford, very close to my home. It's a great place and it's a great facility for golf. We got no more action left on the course. I think we're going to have one more interview if he wants to come and join me, and we'll get that ready here and finish things up here for day one at Fox Meadow for the CCAA PING Golf National Championships. Back in Fox Meadow, we're going to wrap things up here for day one here as things finish up. No more groups left on the course. We're joined by Cole Morrison. Last interview of the day, Cole. You're from Red Deer College here at the National Championships here in 94. Yep. Are you happy with how things went out there on the course for day one?
Yeah, I'm really happy with how things went. Had her down to 2 under after 6, and then just couldn't, stick with it and made a couple bad bogeys. But, overall, I think I played well and really excited for tomorrow.
Thoughts on the course now? I take a few practice rounds in, as well as your first round of the tournament, and your thoughts on the course overall.
Oh, it's in great shape. I love the greens. They're rolling really well. A lot of slope to them, a lot of really tricky. You got to be very creative, and I think it's a challenge.
Your second national championship, you told me.
Yeah.
The difference between coming in here, knowing a little bit of what to expect, of course, a different course to play, but nerves-wise and expectation-wise compared to last year?
I definitely feel a lot more relaxed this year for sure. My game has came a long way, and yeah. So.
Improvements from last year, your first year playing collegiate and national champions from this. Anything that you focused on following last season to this season?
Not so much. I would just say that the tournament experience is huge. Definitely, last year. Definitely, sorry.
No problem. Cole Morrison joining me here. He's from Red Deer College, 74 today. Cole, now expectations for the next couple days, things you'd like to maybe improve on day 2 and 3?
It'd just be nice to make some more putts. And yeah, that's basically it.
That's it. All right. Well, Cole Morrison joining me here from Red Deer College. Thank you for joining me, and best of luck the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we're going to wrap things up here for the CCAA Golf Championships Day 1. We thank you for listening. A pleasure bringing you Day 1 here Wednesday. We're going to have 2 more days of coverage for you. Darcy Cudmore with you, as well as Robbie Junker. He'll be with us in the morning as well. We got lots of golf left here from Stratford, Prince Edward Island. So follow along online, follow along to the feed. Let us know where you're listening from. We really appreciate it. For Darcy Cudmore, Universa Media, Holland Hurricanes, CCAA, we thank you for listening to Day 1 of the Golf Championships here from Stratford, Prince Edward Island, and we will see you tomorrow morning.